The iconic skyline of Manhattan, part of the 5 boroughs of New York, and at its heart lies Central Park, the People's Park. And that's where we find ourselves for Week 6 of AVP League play. The sand is in, the crowd is in. Austin and New York about to get us started. The first of 8 on the weekend. Everybody, Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin. Once again, Cameron, a lot of players and people have been waiting for this moment in this place.
That's because it's the first ever professional beach volleyball tournament played right here in Central Park. And guess what? The skyscrapers are high, but the stakes even higher.
The season has really started to take shape. This will be the last weekend for a couple of franchises. You're going to see Palm Beach and their counterparts on the other side, San Diego, for the very last time. For Austin, it's a must-win on the men's side. Women looking like a top team.
They are unbeaten on the year thus far, but the question is, just how good are they playing? One area of focus for them coming out of the Hamptons is service pressure. They had 14 serves missed in just 2 matches played and only 2 aces to boot from their previous matchups, so they're going to have to be able to clean it up. That's Team TKN, Taryn Brasher, Kristen Nuss.
Taryn Brasher and Kristen Nuss. If you were with us last year, Taryn Cloth, she has been married. Kristen Nuss on the way. We're looking at Kristen Cruz next year, but not yet, as Taryn, the best big in America. Power plus ball control, intensity, and focus with an even keel takes the sand. Sky's the limit with her talent and work ethic.
Without a doubt, and I love that she has really developed. She had the power game, then she moved to finesse, and now she's working back into the power.
Speaking of finesse, Kristen Nuss at 5'6", yeah, 6. They're giving her a +2 there. She is the definition of someone who does not look like they're playing in the sand. On the other side, the New York Nitro, they are 0-4, must win.
Without a doubt, and this is the only rookie duo on the women's side, and I think they've been living and dying by their serve. They're still looking for their very first win, hence their service pressure has got to increase. I would love that aggressive mentality, but maybe just dial it back just a hair enough to be able to put the ball in play, because you're going to have to play against this team of TKN.
5 of their 9 sets played have been deuced. They've lost all 5. They are very close to success on this level. As you get a look at Megan Rice, the high-flying, hard-hitting physical talent who will be an impactful presence for years to come. She is grinding through the learning process right now. And on the other side for her, Corinne Quiggle, the defender, facing a heavy workload in this partnership.
She is. She's going to really focus on that platform. She wants to get the ball up to her partner, who is a physical threat, one of the best in terms of kills, or excuse me, in efficiency at 464 thus far.
Corinne's hitting percentage and defensive numbers have been on the rise. You mentioned the service game, Cameron Irwin. That will be important for the Austin Aces if they can get their game kind of back together in one piece. They have just 7 aces on the year. That seems like an area that could be ripe for growth. Kristen Nuss will get us started now, 27 years old. First ever AVP qualifier for her, New York City, back in 2017. But it wasn't in Central Park. We're underway. Match number 1 of 8 for this evening for tomorrow, and that shot is good. Nice open for New York.
Really well managed first contact by the left-sider to be able to just keep that ball up high, kitten system. They're going to need some more of that now.
Quiggle will work on Nuss. It'll be Brasher instead going on 2. Watch for the 6'4" Brasher out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, to assert herself at the net. Hitting 440 on the year with 7 blocks.
Yeah, but I have a question whether we think 400 is good anymore. I think you got to be up towards the 500s, because she's at 440. That's the 10th on the women's side.
Big, high, hard swing from Megan Rice, who did not see a lot of service early on. Nothing called there initially, but the touch later detected, so New York will get the point. Everyone in the stadium could hear it. So Megan Rice, one-time LMU standout and Hermosa Beach native, will go to the jump serve. Nearly had an ace there, has a couple in the season. Instead, it's an opportunity for her partner to convert. And she does just that. Quiggle with the score. as the ball hits the sand, and that is the location of Rich Lamborn, courtside, the gold medalist.
How's it going, guys? I was talking to Taylor Sander and his mom about what the New York Nitro women have to do to get their first win. And he said we need to rein in our service errors. But then his mom, Kira, reminded me, any team, any day. That's their motto. They're looking to get it done against one of the best teams, if not the best team in the world out there in the Austin Aces.
Thanks, Rich. Yeah, good call on the service. Mentioned those 2 aces for Rice. She has 20 errors against those 2 aces. But right here, she nearly picks up 2, puts Austin in trouble again. Quiggle for the second in a row, cuts it just too short, falls on her side.
Great control thus far from TKN, especially on some of those kind of outlandish contacts. One coming off the top of the net, just stayed nice and consistent here. And ultimately it lands on the side of Corinne Quiggle with the missed cut shot.
So back side out here. Rice, right side, all the way around, and she will go cross court. And her partner, Corinne Quiggle, will head back to serve. 28 years old, 5'10", out of Florida. The middle of 3 kids, who plays ukulele. She probably knows how to spell it. That ball right side, good touch from Rice. Will slap it right back, and it's a nice start for the home side.
That's one of those developmental plays on the beach, coming, of course, from the indoor game at the collegiate ranks and then transitioning to the beach at LMU, did Megan Rice. And I love this play, the ability to go up, find the first contact, come down, and immediately look to be aggressive on the second.
Nice little fake to the middle. She'll go back to the right side and then split the defenders.
Different defensive look for the New York Nitro. You saw the shift of Megan Rice and then trying to drop back into the angle.
A couple of hard-won matches for Austin. Their last appearance in the Hamptons, that was back in week 4. Both of those matches going 3. As that ball is long. They defeated the Dallas Dream. That's DeBerg and Harwood 16-14. DeBerg and Harwood have had their moments this season, mostly against Austin. And then Brooklyn, the hottest team in the league, Denneberg and Donlin, went to the 3rd set. 15-11, Austin came out with the victory there. Back to the jump serve, and it's on the back line.
Notably, Megan Rice taking some pace off, looking for the placement. She walks away with an ace.
7-3, looking for the side change here on this next serve. As that is as long as you can go while still getting the point. Right back to it for the corner, yes, 2 in a row. Back to back, 8-3 New York.
Very clear, the New York Nitro are taking the pace off the serve and finding those deep corners. That's so tough for a passer to be able to find. It means you have to reverse your feet backwards, take some of those shuffle steps and open up your shoulders. Tough balls, those ones falling right on the line. I mean, that's as good as it can get.
Painted the back line, they were painted the sideline. Megan Rice with a couple of back-to-back points. Hitting .464 on the year, so she's actually above Taryn Brasher. Now look at the women's standings. Brasher and Nuss still at 4-0. The unbalanced schedule nature of it all, as we have Humana Paredes and Wilkerson in their final weekend of action here. Everyone plays 8 times. And Humana Paredes and Wilkerson carry a 5-match win streak into this weekend. Newberry and Urango, of course, new team there due to the injury to Tony Rodriguez. Devin Newberry coming out party in Los Angeles last week.
I mean, she gets MVP of the weekend in LA and in the Intuit Dome. It was an impressive performance all around, blocking offensively, defensively. She was even pulling off the net and picking up big-time digs. Cannot wait to see her here in New York.
Sadly for that pairing, they ended up split as they opened a 3rd set on night number 1 down 0-5 and never quite recovered. It is a sprint from the moment you start, and this team with Megan Rice running the leg, they have sprinted out to a perfect start. 8-3 and already made Austin burn their TO.
Megan currently 4 of 4, hitting 1,000.
And 2 aces. Brasher, good pass. Her partner pulls it off a bit, and that was crisp contact, but wide right.
Really like the defensive alignment for Megan Rice. Sometimes it's hard as that attacker scoots towards the interior of the court to stay towards your line as a blocker. Your job, obviously, covering one area of the court. So a really nice defensive alignment by Rice to force that ball wide.
Little Phil Dalhouser-esque start there for Megan Rice, who will look to the line. Perfect set. And the put away. So that ends the run. 2 aces in that run. Actually, that's half the entire season total. They had 4 coming in, did New York.
I love the adjustment from the Austin Aces. They push that offensive scheme all the way to the exterior, really opening up that sharp angle. It almost is Alex Kleinman-esque. No one can stop that.
All right, they'll look to Quiggle, will Austin. And Quiggle will look down the line. Softly done.
Beautiful contact, and the New York Nitro have to be feeling really good right now. They're in rhythm from passing as well as attacking. Baby line shot for Quiggle.
They have decided to start working on Taryn Brasher, and she will work over the top that time. Straight ahead. Brasher started Creighton indoors before heading to LSU to begin her beach journey. So Brasher to the jump serve, and that one barely stays on her side. 11-5, running out of time here in set 1. Our best of 3 sets to 15.
Rice thus far has attacked the middle as well as the left sideline of Taryn Brasher. Let's see if she can keep this ball deep into the court and to the left.
From the center, angle was a call. Late. Quiggle picks up another and has it thrown back.
Huge defensive move there from Taryn Brasher. Recognized the ball she had previously got beat on. That baby shot over the line. She delays her block, goes up and just shot blocks that right back to the sand.
Last 2 matches, Brasher has been a monster. And she continues here. Nice scoop by Quiggle to keep the point alive. And look at that. The specialty of Kristen Nuss.
Just doing burpees out on the sand. How fast can you get down and right back up? Well done by Kristen Nuss.
Kristen Nuss, she'll cut, shoot, and slime you. She's a true volleyball criminal. Right there, a little bit of power into the pulling blocker. Here, her partner again gets a hold of it, but it's wide. 12-7.
What I would love to see now from the New York Nitro is they just stole that point away. It's being more aggressive on their attack. That's been about 3 shots they've gone up against Taryn Brasher. She's getting hands on him right now. Challenge the pace and timing of Brasher's block.
Short serve. Brasher this time, down and then up. Same result on the kill for Austin. I didn't see a jump in there or a clap. Or a push-up for that matter.
Quick 2 steps, and that's the beauty of being 6'4", just long, high reach for Brasher.
Quiggle right side. Wide. So a couple of mistakes have Austin right back in it. Perhaps 3 to go for New York, but they only trail by 3. They were down 6 just moments ago.
That last set just slightly inside for Corinne Quiggle. She couldn't get it on that right shoulder. And
touched, but into the crowd.
But that's the hammer I was waiting for, just being able to adjust the defensive rhythm on the other side. This is beautiful from Corinne Quiggle. She moves those feet in straight on attack and then adds the oomph right at the end.
Shutting down a little 4-1 run from Austin. Rice just long this time. Again within inches of that back line.
And again, that serve can still be so effective because of the depth at which she's attacking it. Pace is definitely slower, but high on the chest is really hard to get a good platform on. Like
Quiggle has that one right up. Trying to shoot deep. She got it just past Kristen Nuss. set point. Bad pass, too tight to the net. But that battle again won by Brasher. New York with a second chance to close. Quiggle will stay on her side and has it thrown back once again. Was that aggressive or passive?
It's passive for sure, going up, trying to find the shot that, by the way, has worked for them in the early stages, but it's all about the setup, right? So now you have to make the adjustment. Take the swing here and force Brasher to go up earlier.
Brasher, 2 blocks, 7-3 run to be right in the mix at the end of the set. Again, tight. Her partner is there. It had to go. Quiggle puts the set away finally. 15-12. If you had to draw up a start for New York against Austin, it might look a lot like most of the points of that first set.
Without a question, a really impressive performance from the New York Nitro. They stuck with their game plan, but again, I would love to see in this second set, how much can you mix it up? They're attacking Taryn Brasher right now up at the net.
Let's go down to Rich Lamborn.
Thanks, guys. We love sports for everything that it gives to us. Sometimes life intercedes. We're all aware of the situation in Texas with the flooding. Austin in particular was hit hard, and the Austin Aces, Taryn and Kristen, doing their part to give back, partnering with the Austin Disaster Relief Network. You can see the logo on their hats representing that organization that's spearheading, kind of helping out those families and those people affected by the flooding in Austin, Texas. As a matter of fact, you can go to their website, tknvbowl.com, and any Austin Aces merchandise that you purchase, 100% of those proceeds go to helping those people affected by the floods. So doing their part to give back in a very difficult situation for people affected by the flooding. I'm going to go there, do your part to help out those affected, and back to the action.
People all across America feeling that pain, the folks in South Texas.
Without question, and the Austin Aces continue to step up. They have done this year in and year out, finding people in need and figuring out ways to have the assist.
All right, well, what does Austin need here in the second set if they're going to push to a third against New York?
Brasher is going to be challenged again with some of those short contacts right around her block. So either she's going to go up and shot block, or maybe she actually has some of those late pulls, faking off the net, being able to find some of those contacts to transition back out. Until they fix it, New York, you stick with it, and then you add in a couple big swings. She got a hand on a couple of them. Big run late for Austin.
This facility, normally an ice skating rink throughout the winter months till about March, and then most recently it has been a pickleball facility. That's right up Cameron Irwin's alley right there, until it was time to bring in 300 tons of sand and create a new beach volleyball facility inside Central Park. And Woolman Rink, our incredible host for this evening, and then tomorrow afternoon we're going to be on the CW later tonight, and then tomorrow catch us on CBS, big CBS, in the morning Eastern time.
Remarkable that this entire venue was set up in a matter of 12 hours. They started at 2 a.m. and finished up at 12. Just so much effort to get it done, or excuse me, 2 p.m.
If you've ever encountered rules in your life, and a whole bunch of rules for something, you have not encountered the most rules. That was here at Woolman, and there's another big swing from Bryce, but it is wide. They have had now 3 opportunities to convert points and missed.
And you have to be able to turn, and this is an area of focus for them where they feel like they actually set themselves apart, kind of that turn and burn, the ability to be disciplined on defense and find transition kills.
Aces out-hit the Nitro in that first set as that ball is done. Transition chance. Nas looking for the corner. Can't get there. Stetchy digs again. Looks down. Rally of the match.
A spike dig to a spike kill on the side of the New York Nitro.
Everyone will take a deep breath. The Nitro hit just 375, but had 2 aces, 4 digs in that first set. They're racking up digs again in this round. Snap deep. Good pass from way off the net. Quiggle, again a chance. And she finds the line. There's the scoop to score for New York.
Yeah, and the difference there is the second contact, a lot more space given to Corinne Quiggle with the set. You're gonna need to do that again if you're facing off against Taryn Brasher.
Pretty simple stat you can look at as to where a team is at is just their plus-minus situation as that ball goes into the net, and it's simply the score. So Austin Aces have outscored their opponents plus 21 on the year. If you're the New York Nitro, you are at negative 23.
That's a fantastic indication just in terms when you look at the women's standings and the win-loss record. Those points scored become pivotal.
That ball in the pocket of the bikini of Kristen Nuss.
But what are you seeing? Some big-time cuts right now from the New York Nitro. I absolutely love it because the block is late here. Watch the hands of Brasher. Not quite able to seal the seam. And again, even changing the defensive rhythm for Kristen Nuss with the hard-driven ball.
Now they have chosen to work on Brasher here, and Quiggle reads her just right. And goes over the top for another score. Feeling the home crowd, the Nitro at 4-2.
And again, props to the second contact. Watch this move. One, the dig is impressive for Corinne Quiggle to get all the way up to the net, but plenty of space. You can tell by the way Quiggle lands. Is she balanced? That's the perfect indication.
Quiggle, 9 kills, 8 digs. And picks up another kill there.
After the jump set too, a few oohs and ahs. Not quite sure whether that was clean or not. No whistle blown though for the Austin Aces.
5-2, New York forces another early timeout out of Austin.
Let's do this, Cam. She has agreed to come out here. Everybody, this is my lovely wife, Cam, who is also 22 weeks pregnant.
The teams will take a moment to take a breath and recoup for the rest of set 2.
How about a little magic? How about a little magic, huh?
Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
AVP League is brought to you by Wilson, the official ball of the AVP. By Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Let the good times cruise. And by StubHub, the official ticketing partner of the AVP. Manhattan skyline is a beautiful backdrop, and we have other backdrops available as well here at the AVP. One fan got so excited he went Hagen Smith. Good job, good job. Back to action. Second set, New York with a 1-set to none lead, and they have opened the second set with some more aggressive swings and continued defense.
I love it. Don't poke the bear. Taryn Brasher letting out a little frustration on this one. When you're not quite in rhythm, just swing away when you have a contact point that high.
Trying to hold on to their lead, New York. Oh, the line is closed. You didn't know?
Door slammed shut. Taryn Brasher adjusts the block. She baits them into this. Watch the angle of jump here. All the way to the side, showing the lines open and taking it away.
What does Brasher have planned this time? Straight up and down. It feeds into her partner, who gets the redirect as well. Nuss got it.
That was one of the wildest digs in terms of contacts. Look at this. It was hands over the top. She barely even had them touching one another. for the little Tommy above her head.
And we're tied in set 2. Quiggle rolls that one, and last time out in the Hamptons, Corinne Quiggle actually sided her way out of any service reception. She proved efficient enough they had to find another solution.
Yeah, she's been minimizing some of her errors too throughout the season. She started off her first match with about 6. Since then, it's been 4, 3, and 2.
Here's her partner, already done some damage from the line. That will be well long. Bad toss. The culprit there, tied at 6. Now New York with a little bit of pressure. The aces will keep the pressure on you with the service game when they're on. They'll move you around. Not a lot of aces. That ball goes slightly back, and making lemonade from lemons is Corinne Quiggle.
But they're trying to change their offensive look, right? We've been talking about how they've been shooting the ball. Then they started to attack. Brasher had the response here in the second. So now, change where you attack from. Another look to give to the Austin Aces.
New York continues to hold up inside out. Another good read. All the way to the backside goes Quiggle, running the blocker along the net.
They go right back to the same shot that worked, working to the left side of the court, opening up some of those shorter angles around Taryn Brasher. Brasher's 6'4". She does not like to pull off the net as a defender. So she has to try and block these short shots with her hands. Not the easiest task to be done.
Aces went 4-4 last year, got swept 3 times. It's kind of an underwhelming showing from America's #1 team. This ball will have to go over after the touch on the block. Brasher, big head of steam, and she will bend the elbow at an unnatural angle, find the kill.
The Austin Aces ever composed. It's hard to tell when they're up, when they're down, always right in the mix. They're showcasing that here in set 2.
Another nice sad and good aggressive attack by Corinne Quiggle.
You have to go hats off to the New York Nitro too. We're talking about this varied offense that we're seeing. Well, that can't take place unless you have the very first contact. And then, of course, the second. And I love that they're staying in rhythm, really being able to open up new windows offensively.
Perfect day to open a window, about 80 degrees at match time. Little light cloud cover and a touch of rain, but not enough to dampen anyone's enthusiasm for this event.
Just do it until they can't stop it. I mean, that is as nasty as it gets. Taryn Brasher with an unthinkable angle. There's no way you're slowing that down.
Way remains tight. Remember playing to 15 here. New York hoping to get off the sand in straight sets. That ball be pushed to the outside and goes right back the other way. Quiggle, an avid surfer. I wonder if she's managed to put Bali or Costa Rica on the calendar for December yet. That was her goal when we talked to her beginning of this season. Nuss. Quiggle's there. She'll need to grab another. Instead, it's another cross-court kill. Rice couldn't decide what to do. Avery Drost looking on for the Austin Aces.
You got 2 options against Brasher right now. Throw up the angle block or dive into it, or you put your down defender even sharper, even shallower. You can kind of see Quiggle sitting in the middle of the court right there.
Rice will chip that one. Beautiful play by Brasher, and it's pushed for a kill.
That's one Quiggle wants back. There's the move, though, from Brasher. This is how she typically handles some of those short angles. Gets the first contact, then drops down and finds a set for her partner. This is a look at it right here. Ends up off the platform, but still damage done.
Jump set. Battle at the net. Won again by Brasher. She is undefeated above the cable in this one. Austin leads 11-10. Timeout, New York.
Great control from Taryn Brasher on that last ball. So tough as that ball's coming over your shoulder with already added pace to find the right amount of poke to keep that inbound and still dangerous.
Provider of the AVP StubHub.
A little 4-1 run has Austin in control, and they're in control of the overall standings on the women's side. Pairs championships for both genders in this year coming up in Chicago on Labor Day, our final weekend of competition for AVP League. But we haven't seen a ton of Brasher and Nuss, half their schedule so far.
But what we know is that they are at the top of the order and looking to continue that rhythm, and they're going to need it, especially this win would launch them into tomorrow's matchup, and it's a supreme one against the Palm Beach Passion, the other team that is currently on a win streak, actually 5 in total. As you look to the remaining schedule, just a few opportunities to still score some of those points.
Yeah, of course, we will see Austin in Austin. That'll be their final opportunity. They'll face off with Miami and LA to close their year. And it'll also be New York in action there. They'll face off with the same pair of opponents. So back-to-back weeks for both these franchises and both these pairs. As another aggressive swing from Quiggle finds the sand. She has her second double-double of the year. 16 kills, 11 digs for Corinne, who's just getting better every time out. French fries on the board in this race to 4, win by 2. That could allow New York to close it out in straight sets, or we'll be headed for maximum volleyball entertainment if Austin picks up this one. Still trying to find the measure there is Rice. I don't think they can survive that ratio of aces to errors, 20-2, if it's anything close to that going forward.
No, but it has been substantially shifted in this match.
So far, true. And the scoreboard reflects it. Quiggle pushed that one, giving her partner a little bit open net to cut at. They might want to take a note from the San Diego men, who are very good at passing that ball far to the left for Chase Budinger to either option or set all the way back to the far right.
Could really open up some windows for Megan Rice on the option.
Is it another angle swing? Yes, it is, and even sharper.
But they actually utilize both defensive strategies I mentioned. They baited, waited in the angle, jumped towards the line, and then next thing you know, Corinne Quiggle tries to shift even more shallow into this hard-driven angle. Just can't quite get her hand there.
15 kills, just a single error for Austin. Jump set. Crowd doesn't like it, doesn't matter. Cameron Irwin wanted a double.
Yeah, I would have called that one. I didn't like that one at all.
Well, Cameron, see if we can get you a referee's shirt for Austin next week.
Just give me a whistle. I'll do it from here, from the booth.
13 apiece. What do you do if you're Megan Rice? Hit a good serve is the answer. Oh, Quiggle had a shot. Set point, Austin.
That's a double-edged sword when the ball goes the direction of Kristen Nuss on the first contact. Either you have to deal with her slicing you up or the option play from Brasher.
Austin trying to force a third set. Quiggle, perfect delivery from her partner, and she will find the sand. Let's go extra time here in the second.
It is 14-14. We're going into overtime here in set number 2.
Last ball was on Kristen Nuss.
It is 14 all. Cut shot is good. So we'll be up to our second set point.
I mean, they pulled that play out of their pocket. They have not done that thus far in this match, with Brasher working to the right side and pulling out a cut from the opposite.
It's all about those wrinkles. Quiggle, good pass, bump set wide right. Finds the sand once again. Corinne Quiggle, excellent in this first set offensively. Second set and the first set. A good serve last time from Rice. Cracks that one into the net. Who will see service here? Do you throw one at Rice? Quiggle's hitting over 500.
I think you do.
See if she's awake.
I think you trust your partner, Kristen Nuss, defensively to pick up whatever shots coming your direction.
All right, they'll go to Quiggle again, get a tough pass. That ball be knuckled to the corner. Boy, if Megan Rice keeps adding those wrinkles to that vertical leap with that arm, look out.
Without question, but I'm still going back to that last serve she missed in the top of the net.
Yeah.
She had been taking pace off, and it had been working. And said she goes all lights out for it and goes away from what was in her direction already in this match.
Back-to-back service errors for New York has Austin doing very little work to get shots to close. Third chance. Rice this time gets it and rips it. No fear. Bring back the 90s brand.
Well, she was caught indoors this last week, just doing a little training for the heck of it, bouncing balls. And I'm not kidding you, she would pepper the ball. It hit the floor indoors and hit the rafters on the other side of the net.
Super dynamic. She goes to the float serve here. Cameron giving her team a chance. Big move at the net, but that angle has been open this entire time for Brescher.
Haven't been able to slow it down. We've seen a few contacts off of it, but every one has since been a kill for Brescher.
Fourth set point. Rice got it last time. Again, Rice. She'll go to the right. Big high set. And another swing through the top of the fingertips.
And dicey. That was a missed contact right there. A little early on that jump, just finding the top of her fingertips.
Perhaps Corinne Quiggle's best match of the year. She'll need another dig here, can't get it. A lot of angle there. Hope you heard it from Kristen Nuss, giving the call to her partner. And we're on our fifth set point. Quite the contest here in the second. Option not taken. Low set. Misplay. Brescher to close. No, not yet. Both sides making plays. That'll be wide.
I think you get 2 points for that if you're the New York Nitro. You just jumboed the jumbo queen herself, Kristen Nuss. Up and over the top of her head. She tried to go with the on-one. It was her only option, but sent wide. Just relentless pursuit by both teams.
Find ourselves at 19. Nuss look down and there. Did you say jumbo queen?
Exactly. You know what an area I'm wondering about for the Austin Aces? What if you serve short to Brasher's sideline? You're not going to see as much of an option from Kristen Nuss. Maybe you get her to shoot the ball and get that ball away from the angled attack.
Not to side out. Here we go.
We won't see it here, but.
Quiggle trying to hang on in the set. Ball is dug and put away. Austin puts us to a third with a 21-19 close after 6 set points. Cameron Irwin, who has the advantage here as the teams go to the coin toss.
I think the Austin Aces have the advantage here to be able to fight like that and pull themselves back into this match. I think it's all Austin Aces who have found their rhythm here in the second.
How about a little magic? How about a little magic, huh?
Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Central Park covers more than 800 acres in the heart of Manhattan. We have taken over just a couple to construct this beautiful facility for the weekend inside Woolman Rink. Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin, Olympic gold medalist Rich Lamborn, enjoying our first of 8 matches as we head off to a third set with Austin and New York having split. It was 15-12 New York in the first, 21-19 in overtime for Austin. As we look at the stats here, Cam.
Both teams able to increase their offensive efficiency in set number 2. They're very close here with just a small margin. But the errors, that's mostly on the side of the New York Nitro in that second set. I'd love to see the blocks on their side. Can they sneak one away from the Austin Aces, as Taryn Brasher has been the formidable force at the net thus far?
You're looking at Taryn Brasher there, the blocker, that kind of traditional split between the height and size of the blocker versus the defender, 6'4" and 5'6". America's #1 team, Olympians in Paris last summer. A little bit of a disappointing result for them. What could have been had Brandy and Mel of the Palm Beach Passion not had a terrible bit of pool play and ended up facing off early in the elimination round with Brasher and Nuss. So here we go to the third set for Austin. They're trying to keep their perfect record alive. New York is trying to keep their playoff hopes alive here. Trying to get to the championships, they'll need to win out, including this set. High jumbo, and that is 2 for 2 with the shrimp cocktail.
New York Nitro, some interesting numbers, have actually been the first team to reach 10 points 9 times. That's 9 different sets that they've reached 10 points, but have only won just 2 sets. They've scored 10 on both of these sets.
Well, maybe while we're here, they get in a little work with Mariano Rivera. (1-1), set 3. Back to the jump serve through the cable. Good save by Brasher. Nobody up. Quiggle from her knees. Back to the set. How about that angle? No, it's line. Take a deep breath, Tara.
Even in the chaos, they find composure. That's one of the beautiful elements of this team of the Austin Aces. When things aren't going quite their direction, just able to better the ball on any given contact and force a team to have to make just one more play.
Brasher working on Quiggle. Her partner with a beautiful dig. She'll stay right side. Little pop out move. Cut back the other way. Quiggle's there again. The defenders trading cut shots. Finished by Nuss.
Grab the sharpener, a couple cuts on both sides of the net. There's the first from Corinne Quiggle. She finds her own poke cut, well defended from Kristen Nuss. Just a next level play on both sides.
Little 3-1 open for Austin. This is a territory where if you get to 4-1, you feel really good about yourself, and the other team's kind of struggling, but 4-2 on a side out would be fine. What do the next couple points hold? On her horse, Nuss paddles through the sand and puts it away. The late call from the linesman. Keeping New York in suspense.
Everybody waiting with bated breath for John King to make his call, and even Brasher turns and says that ball is in. And even now, Corinne's gonna give him some grief.
Previous 2 sets saw Austin taking an early timeout. This time it's going to be New York.
Let's see. Yeah, no, yeah. Get it, Brady. All right. We're gonna say this is
4-1. Austin with the lead. Nitro needs something from their coach, Rich Lamborn.
And all the boxes. And then we're gonna say that
I asked him what he said to them on the in-between sets. You know, how do you kind of fight off that close loss when you had a chance to close it out in 2? And he said, we want to focus on being free out there, being a little more conscientious with our serving. We've got a good jump serve and a good float serve, so kind of let's use those to their maximum value, and let's make sure we stick with the game plan that served us so well in the first set. So kind of that good balance between having fun and being very deliberate in their actions out there. It's not necessarily going their way just now. Maybe you can kind of reboot and they get going after the timeout.
All right, part of that game plan was serving Taryn Brasher early and for the entire set as the crowd here gets excited to get some freebies. Oh, stay safe, everybody. The mini ball is not worth a tumble over onto the sand.
I don't know, Kev. It depends on who you ask.
That's true. Fair point. Looking for a side out. Quiggle gets the ball. Heats it up, Doug. And then softly done. Boy, she is eating up more and more of that angle. Taryn Brasher.
Impressed with the placement off the platform of Kristen Nuss to be able to drop that down. As you see the numbers from Corinne Quiggle, 20 kills, hitting 484, 13 digs. It is just an impressive performance. Just the second time numbers like that have shown up in league play in 2025.
And you were wondering about Brasher, and she'll set this ball for her partner too far, too close to the net. New York in need of a point, gets it. You were wondering about Brasher's numbers. She's hitting 593 on 27 attempts, 17 kills. Will that do, Cam?
Yeah, that works.
A little better than 440. Big point there for New York. 5-2. Wiggles in the angle. That ball's down the line.
Interesting note, too, for the Austin Aces. This is actually their third straight three-set match. They had the two in the Hamptons in week 4 against DeBergen Harvard, like you mentioned, and Denberg and Donlin, but another three-set battle.
Well, we said you can't get off to a slow start. As that net play continues to be key. Fourth block for Brasher. We said you can't get off to a slow start in these sets to 15, in these matches, best 2 of 3. Austin's maybe proving us all wrong because they've lost the first set the last 3 matches, but they won the previous 2, and they're leading here in the third. Maybe you can start slow and then heat up. Brasher will have to put that one over. Goes deep corner.
Just on simmer, Kevin.
No one the call. Little turn, not enough power on it. Rice, there's some power. Softened up. Touched on the block. This will have to go. The Luigi. Left hand, deep center. Keeps New York in at 7-3.
Here's the first look. Kristen Nuss just gets a little handcuffed there with a ball really tight to the net. She tries to send a deep corner, but an even better play from Megan Rice going up with the southpaw.
Nuss overhead. That's a beauty. And right in the corner, Nuss making the delivery there. She has been scooping to score. 10 kills, 18 digs for Kristen Nuss. See if she can scoop another here after the side change at 8-3.
Pretty cool viewing area, too. What you're not able to see just completely on camera is there is an entire section, everyone open, free seating here in Central Park in the upper portion of Woolman Rink.
And a perfect night, light breeze, warm temperatures, but not too hot. Crowd in for a treat with all the volleyball yet to be played. That ball is done deep line. Next up, we'll have Avery Drost and Wyatt Harrison, the Austin Aces, facing off against Taylor Crabb and Taylor Sander. They come in at 3-1 for the New York Nitro. And you can catch us on the CW, Palm Beach and San Diego facing off. Women first, men second. There's a short serve, Cam. And another angle kill. What can you do about that angle and the way that Taryn Brasher is using it?
I think you try and test it with a short serve, but then you also have to be able to force her deep at times. So it's really about that push and pull game with your service pressure. They haven't served as tough into the depth of the court here in this third set.
Well, you're going to have to push quickly. Things are starting to get away from you here in the third set. Perhaps a must-win point. Instead, it's Nuss looking for another kill, and she finds it. Double digits, 10-4, command and control of this deciding set.
How is Kristen Nuss so efficient? It's this type of a swing. She's able to not only pick up the dig, but watch what she does here. The pulling defender, Megan Rice, comes back down the line, and instead of just attacking at her, she actually attacks space.
That's an illegal series of touches there, Kristen Nuss.
4 contacts, Taryn calls out.
Sometimes that ball is like a swarm of bees. It just won't get away from you. Just swing at it. 10-5. Another winner, smoothly done for Austin, who has really steadied out in their side-out game. They are 4 away from another comeback victory.
Nuss currently with 20 total digs, leading the quartet. She had 35 total digs in 2 matches played in week 4.
Looking to remain undefeated, Austin. Nice pulling dig there. That's how you do it. How about the angle? Oh, no, it's the line. Quiggle gets one. And goes just wide, 12-5. It looks like for New York, it's going to continue. They'll be oh so close to victories, but just a couple of mistakes away.
There's that pulling dig from Brasher. We really haven't seen her come off the net and utilize that overhead contact. But it's the right play for the Austin Aces.
That ball staying up on top of the net. Another dig for Nuss. And the knuckle put away. Nuss runs her total to 21 in this match, and that will tie Megan Kraft for a season high in digs. Haley Harward with the all-time record at 22, as that knuckle shot finishes a 5-1 run, and they continue to just dominate here in the third.
Her 3rd straight match with 16+ digs.
Angle, another one. Count it. Tying the all-time record at 22. More importantly, a match point for the Austin Aces. Could finish with a 7-1 run if they win this point. Tough play for New York. What a set there. Another dig. The all-time high in the win.
Back against the wall, and it's all a defensive performance from Kristen Nuss. 23 total digs, and she hammers the last and final point home.
Austin remains undefeated. They go to 5-0 in this league season. What a performance, rebounding from their split 2024 campaign, and they are plus 30 points on the year. Another 2-1 victory in comeback fashion. Losing that first set 15-12, they're kind of like a locomotive. Takes them a while to get up to speed, and then they become absolutely unstoppable, winning 15-5 in the third. Rich Lamborn is with Austin.
Altitude, you know.
Kristen, Taryn, the Austin Aces, maintaining your unblemished record, making it to Chicago a huge concern. You pretty much wrapped that up, right? You're stoked. What was the key to kind of, you really faced a tough battle there tonight in the New York Nitro. What was the key to getting going in the third?
You see them tagging every single line in their serves, and
yeah, I mean, we definitely first set, we were getting ace, we were missing serves. That's a little uncharacteristic for us. So we also knew, I mean, home crowd, they were going to come out pretty fiery, and we unfortunately did not match that. So luckily we were able to kind of pull it out and finish strong. Sorry, I saw a ball shadow.
It's not that humid out here, so it takes a little while to get going, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Not just us messing up a little bit in the beginning. And all credit to them. They're a very athletic, crazy, awesome team. So, again, like I said, the entire AVP league is really, really competitive. So it's always going to be a battle.
Well, you guys are right there at the top. Congratulations again on the win.
Playing for Austin Disaster Relief, the Austin Aces look good in the second 2 sets. And they win going away in the third, 15-5 to go to 5-0 on the year. For New York, the struggles continue. They are 0-5 despite some excellent volleyball played. We'll see you again from Central Park. This is just the first of 8 matches on the entire weekend of thrilling action from Manhattan.